Hello and welcome to another Bushwhacker review. Today we are going to be taking a look at Kevin Harvick's Tide Xfinity ride from 2014. So let's take a quick look at the box here. Got your typical generic box for that year. Kevin Harvick, picture the Camaro. That's a nice touch. Kevin Harvick, number 5. Kevin Harvick, Junior Motorsports. Render of the car right there. Another render of the car. Nationwide Series, Junior Motorsports. I like they did give him, a different generic box for the Xfinity Series than his regular generic box. That's kind of a nice touch. They made 600 of these things, 2014 Platinum Series, all that good stuff. Here is the car itself. This is just a beautiful, bright, neon-looking Tide car. I've always liked this car because it's kind of like a reverse, almost, if you think about it. Like, it's kind of a reverse of what you would expect from Tide. You know, you normally expect the kind of orange with the white and the blue and the yellow and stuff, where this one's blue with the orange, the white, and the yellow. Which is cool. He ran this at Richmond in 2014 and actually did get to victory lane with this thing. So, that's a nice touch. There's actually, they didn't make a race version, but there is another version you can get of this car. You see that there's this big blank spot right here in this original car. By the time the race came around, they added a logo right there. It was Tim Plogger, somebody important for the sponsor of the team or something, but there was a big, silver logo in memory of Tim Plogger right there that they added late, so it wasn't in this original diecast, but they actually did produce a version of it with that logo as a corporate promo or something. So if you want one of those, I don't know how to get one. They're very hard to get. Even this regular version of this car is not easy to get. But let's get down to sponsors. On the hood you have Tide. You got number 5 Camaro SS. Down the side you have Tide. Back there you got Kroger, Hunt Brothers Pizza, and Armor. Got Mac Tools and Exalta on the C post. And on the B post you have Racing Electronics, Safety Clean, Armor All, Budweiser, and Miller. Does have the NASCAR green windshield banner and A post logo right there. On the back you have Tide Kroger, Mac Tools, and Chevy Camaro. You have two Kroger logos and a Tide logo on the deck lid. This is number 213. Got the same stuff down the other side as usual. Let's take a look under the hood. See, it just has a Chevy logo right there. There's the engine detail if you want to see that. I hope this thing is coming across as neon as it is in real life, because for some reason on my camera right now it looks like it's duller. There you see the typical fuel cell and such back there. The roof flaps do in fact open. There's the underside of that car if you want to see that. Here's this car next to the 1/64 scale. They did make it in both scales. Which, really, Xfinity cars are becoming more rare and rare. Even Junior Motorsports cars are becoming more rare and rare to get made. So, it's just a cool car, you know. Tide is just such a long staple in NASCAR, and they just make such awesome paint schemes. Like, I cannot think of a Tide car that I've ever said, oh god, that's ugly, I hate it. Beyond maybe some of their, weird special promotional things, like when they had, a Roll Tide Alabama car that was just, I think, a solid red car. That was kind of whatever. But whenever they do their typical neon Tide colors, they always look fantastic. I'm glad to see them back with Kenza this year. I will be getting Matt Kenza's Tide Pods car this year. Most certainly, if it gets made, if it meets MOQ, which, if that doesn't meet MOQ, then we're really screwed, but whatever. But, this is a pretty nice car. If you want one, it's not easy to get. They occasionally pop up. You can usually get them for $50, $60, but they don't pop up very often. I would definitely recommend picking this car up.